Hey guys, it's obviously been a while since we last chatted, so I guess now that the January transfer window is closed, we can just do a quick recap and maybe some mid-season predictions for the rest of the season. So I guess just to start with, what do you guys think about the transfer window for the Premier League teams?
Yeah, I think
Relatively,
there's so many different transfers we saw. Like in the start, it was all like very calm, and then towards the end, especially the small teams, I think only like four teams were in profit, but the rest are all net negative, and they all spent too much in general. Like I was seeing some stats. I think they spent like three times of like La Liga and Liga combined or
I
something.
mean,
So yeah, they spent so much, all the team, especially because Newcastle have a new owner. But yeah, Newcastle probably gonna do so much better than before the first half of the season because now they have such a good squad, and yeah, I don't think they'll be relegated.
you can tell this guy's in finance, man. He's talking about club spending.
Nah, Newcastle are still going down, in my
but
opinion.
it's
yeah, no, I agree as well. They're too
it's
far down now. But relatively, even I felt like if you look at all the spending, like although it was that much, it was mainly just the bottom teams, and that just shows how much like the Premier League, you like the top teams didn't even spend all that. City spent a bit, Liverpool a little bit, but like all the others transfers were like the bottom
no, but
teams,
like I
Yeah,
think
and those teams are
yeah, that's the thing, right? But like some of
aggressive.
these clubs are so well run. Like if I think about like okay, first of all, Newcastle is like a hit or miss. Like if they manage to stay up, it's a great January for them. If they don't, I don't know what's going to happen. But just imagine they spent like so much money in January, and this is just to stay up. Can you imagine? Like suppose in 2 years' time they're in a top four race, the amount of money they'll be spilling is crazy. But yeah, back to like the other clubs, I think Everton and Villa did some great business, and it just shows they're great clubs
Yeah,
run by rich owners, and they're willing to spend. And I think with Lampard coming in, Deli Ali, Van de Beek, like they also got El Ghazi, I think, and there's some really top signings there. And I think Everton's a club I'm really excited to watch for the rest of the season.
I feel like Everton, they've always been up there, but they're not going to be up there anymore, like for a while. Because although Lampard came in, I really don't trust Lampard. And the other side,
yeah, I
like
don't
when
rate
we
him.
compare it to like Villa, they have Gerrard and all these good signings, so they're really sorted for sure. Like they're going to be way ahead of Everton for the 1 or 2 seasons coming up for sure. But yeah, I mean they've got a good midfield now, Everton, and they're up front. They've always had good players, so that's good. But they're really bottom. They're like 15th or something. I don't know in the Premier League right now. But for Villa, they're so sorted. Like they're already on a good run. The good manager honeymoon period, that's going good for him. And yeah, now with having Coutinho up front and everyone, it's really going to be so good for them up front.
Coutinho, I expect is gonna be like so good. Like I don't know why I have a feeling like he's just gonna be
Uh,
the star. Like they're gonna build a team around him
It's
in Villa. I just have
it's
a
a loan
feeling. I
signing. It's
it's
a
hard to
loan for
say,
the
but
rest of the season.
I
nah.
know. But I thought doesn't is there like a buy
I
option?
mean, they might look into it if
There
it
is
goes
There
there's
was a
a
well.
buy
40
option.
something million buy option at the end of the season.
Yeah, I thought there was a buy option, and I just feel like with the way Villa are doing, if he plays such an important role, Barca don't want to keep
Yeah, I
him.
mean, there's some
So
big talents there. I
they'll
mean,
buy him.
like Ramsey. Is it Ramsey? No,
Jacob Ramsey,
Jacob Ramsey. Oh my God, I know
Jacob
I have him
Ramsey.
in my fantasy team as a bench option, and I was watching them whoop United, and like there's a big talent there as well. And I think
Yeah.
the in the coming years, like the race for top four, top six in general is going to be a great watch. And with teams like Everton and Villa spending so much, it's only getting more and more competitive.
Yeah, it's almost they're kind of passing West Ham in terms of like how good they can be.
Yeah.
Because West Ham, they're kind of like plateauing because they didn't get anyone this time, but they need to spend to keep up now as well. And
Yeah.
some of
See,
yeah,
that's the
it's too
thing.
much
Like
competition.
whoever's, if you spend, you're up there. If you don't spend enough, you'll just go back down. Like even Wolves, they had some signings. Now they're like so close to Manu. Um, like Brighton
Yeah,
have
yeah.
had some signings now, so they're hoping for getting a top eight finish
But
probably this
to be
season.
to be honest, Brighton, so much of it comes down to the manager because Like Graham Potter's doing such a good job, and it's so underrated. He doesn't have like star players like say like a West Ham team or Everton team, and so much of like the you can see so much of the managerial skills. I don't think many managers in the world could do what he can do with that team right now. Like I don't think any manager can do better than what he has achieved with that team, despite not having like any big name players. And yeah, I guess that's a bit on that. But for the top four race, like I think the fourth position race is like so open right now. And what are your
Yeah.
predictions on that?
First of all, just on the Potter
mean-
thing, I'd like to say that's one guy to keep an eye on in the summer. Because let me tell you, United, Glazers, Ed Woodward, if you're, no, Woodward's gone, thank God. I mean, Richard Arnold, if you're listening, I'm telling you that Potter is the man you should go for instead of Pochettino. Pochettino, one of the biggest frauds living on this planet. Man, I don't think he's good enough for Man United. But you get Potter in. I'm not saying Potter is any good. Like you can't know how Potter will perform at that level. I mean,
Yeah.
Ten Hag should be first choice. Like, but that's all apart. But I think Potter, like what he's doing at Brighton, absolutely amazing. And yeah, so
I think
Yeah, I agree. If it was choosing between Pochettino and Potter, then I would choose
No.
Potter. But I would not say go for
I
Potter.
think-
Yeah.
Like, I get he's doing such an amazing job, but that's gonna be a very similar
I think-
mistake to what they
Yeah, no,
what they did
definitely.
with
and,
Ten
and
Hag
I think it's a mistake for Potter. I don't think it's the right step for Potter for his career as well. I think Potter's next move should be to
Leicester.
a team
Everton
that
or
has
something
the
like
money to spend and like think about Poch bringing Tottenham into the top four and like top two, top three. Like I think that should be his next sort of project. Say like a team like Everton, Villa, West Ham, like a team that has the
Yeah.
money to spend and a team that can seriously start challenging for top four the way West Ham is right now. Because Brighton, as much as he can like do whatever he wants, they don't have. They're not going to spend the kind of money a team like Villa or Everton or West Ham might. And I think that should for Potter, that's the right move. Like say Everton offered him a great offer. I think that would be a good job for him to take up after what he's done at Brighton.
I think the Leicester job will be open. Maybe there's a possibility because Rodgers is done absolutely nothing this season. He's been very poor. Like as in like the team Leicester have been very poor this season compared to what they are. So I mean I don't know. Maybe they won't sack him because he won the FA Cup last season. So they might give him a year more time. But I think like if Potter can get the Leicester job, I think that's the perfect move for him before maybe going to a
Yeah.
top club. Because I
That's
think he
perfect.
at Leicester, like I think Potter could like, I don't know, maybe this is a stretch, but he could possibly go even beyond top four and maybe pull off like a Poch at Spurs and try to maybe challenge for a title or so. But like I don't know, maybe it's a stretch, but yeah.
And Leicester is a very well run club, so if they get like they do spend when they have to, and they spend right, so that would be perfect. I